All right, everyone, welcome. The 9th of May, we have interest rate for the pound. All right, let's take a look at on the gold daily time frame. First, let's start from the daily, see what's going on. Starting from the daily, and the daily candle is still consolidating. You can see candles are printing side by side, but now we do have this liquidity wick form for price to move down. Now the question is this daily candle moving up to continue pushing down? That's the question, right? And if we think it's moving up to push down, we need some sort of a resistance formed on the 1 hour or the 4 hour, and so on and so forth, to basically tell us that there is a probability for price to continue pushing down. Let's take a look on the 4 hour time frame. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, we are just consolidating. There's nothing happening. You have a support on the 4 hour time frame, and then you have a resistance on the 4 hour time frame. And if you take a look at this, we're just ranging. So on the 4 hour, if you do break below 2306, there's clean range to the left hand side, 100 pip range, and this is a 72 pip potential move till 2320, but we'll take a look at that on the small time frames here. Now notice how in the daily our bias was that okay, maybe we're making a top wick to move down, but when we look on the 4 hour, 4 hour is just consolidating, and 4 hour looks like it's trying to move up within this range. And if it does move up in this range, we need a support form on the 1 hour and 30 minute. So the direction on the daily can be different than on the smaller time frame, because the smaller time frames will overall build the higher time frame. So looking at the 1 hour, now we're going to move into the session trend. So in this scenario, we can see how price came down. So session trend was bearish. We had to create resistance, which was created right here for price to move bearish, but we created support, right? We created support and we've broken above resistance right here. So now the session trend is starting to turn bullish because now we have this clean range to the left hand side. Make sense? Initially we were down, and for price to continue moving down, we need a resistance to form for price to move down, right? But it didn't, so now we're trying to move up. So let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, now we have some more information. Ooh, looks like we are at a pit stop. A pit stop is a police checkpoint. So this is the police checkpoint right here. The police checkpoint is saying we are at this resistance 2312. Let's remove this here. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Now, if you do break and close about 2313, 2314, there's a high probability for price to continue pushing up. We have like a 70 pip range for price to move up. Now, notice on the daily, we're like, okay, if price has to go down on the daily, then we need a resistance to form, whatever. But now, looking at the smaller time frames, we have some more information, right? And that information is saying is if we do break above 2313, ooh, look at that, brother. Ooh, there's a higher probability for price to move up. But anyway, now we are in this range as well. This is a 50 pip range, and below this range, below the support, the next support is 36 pips away. So maybe that could be an area of interest. Maybe. So we're going to keep that in the back of our mind, that area. We're going to keep that in the back of our mind. But this range, I'm trying to stay away from this range. I don't want to look at the 15-minute, but let's take a look at this right here. I mean, if you do break below this area, this is 19 pips. Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, no. I'm going to stay away from this range. I'm going to stay away from this range only because if we break out of the range, this distance is bigger than the range. This is 75 pips, and the range is 45, but very, very messy. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for price to break below 2307 or break above 2312, and then we'll see what happens. Now for pound yen. Pound yen has interest rates coming up today, and of course there's going to be a live stream for that. We can see how the daily candles are now starting to move bullish on pound yen, but maybe this move up is liquidity grab for price to move down. Maybe, I don't know. Because they're looking at the same numbers, and if the numbers are the same, which they could be because the interest rate is very important, if the numbers are the same, then pound should go up. So maybe we're just pricing this in. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. Let's take a look on the 4 hour time frame here now. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, this is what we have here now. We have all right, let's remove these zones here. So in the 4-hour, we have a resistance form, and then also we have some sort of a support formed right over here. Let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, we have some more information that maybe we are creating a resistance right here, right? And then we also have a support formed. I don't really want to bother with this liquidity grab we had. This huge liquidity grab move down came back in the range because I mean, okay, so let's see where can price go if we do break above this area here. This is 194,500, let's say, right? 194,500. We break above this area. Oh wow, look at that. We got clean range to left hand side. This is the 1-hour time frame. We have clean range to the left for price to move up, and I think we can continue to push up from there till, and this range is 35 pips, to be honest, not that bad. So probably that's going to be a target for price to move up. And whenever someone says, where's your TP? If this is a 35 pip range, it's not like, oh, my TP is right over here. No, if this is a 35 pip range, your take profit should be like 20 pips, 15, 20, 25 pips. Because of course price can go all the way up till, 194, 800 or 194, 900, but it's not always the possibility it's going to exactly touch your zone. In the same way, let's drop down to the 30-minute. All right, so in the same way, looks like we have some support forming here. This is a 19 pip range, just a not non-tradable range. I want to take a look on the 15-minute. I want to see this wick here on the 15-minute, see what's going on. Let's take a look over. Oh, okay. So that 15-minute is also a support area right here. So yeah, so I mean, if we do break below this consolidation, 9 pips away the support, break below this area, 10 pips away, break below this area, 15 pips away. Um, so just by looking at this, there's two things you can identify. Price is ranging. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if we do break above 194,500, buys are easy because we got clean range to the left. Sells are difficult because there's just garbage over here. So for sells, what I would want to see, I would want price to drop down, first create clean range for further movement that happens later on. That's all what I'm looking at. So we'll see what happens. We're going to see you guys around 6 a.m. Yeah, we'll see you around 6 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-New York. Take care.